you are a channel. Trust me, if I'm a channel, you're a channel. We can all be fucking psychic, okay? And I'm gonna teach you how, because in all honesty, I've spent the past year of my life thinking that I might be crazy and thinking that I might be talking to myself, but actually something really fucking massive is happening, and you know, we are first contact basically. That's what I want to say. If I can channel, you can channel, and that's what I want to start teaching you guys, and that's what I want to start talking about, is just trusting your channel and just being a pure, just connecting with your source, and just finally being able to resonate at that level, just resonate at another level that you know has always been there, but you've probably just been too afraid of leaning into, or kind of just letting go of your old, you know, beliefs. Because, you know, for me, of course, 100%, it's been maybe a year or so where my psychic abilities, I still do that, even though I know that it's, you know, very real now. But it's been about a year since my psychic abilities have started coming online, and how that has manifested for me has been meeting my guides, very specifically, also meeting a lot of galactic beings. I've kind of talked about it before, but you know, the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, they've all been coming to me, you know, in energy forms of consciousness, that I've sort of been able to tap into. And I really just want to start talking you guys through the process, because, you know, again, if I can do it, you can do it, and everyone is psychic, everyone's connected, everyone's a channel. So I just kind of just actually grabbed my camera, and I had this like urge to start talking about it. I had no plan to do this, so I feel like it's really important, and I just want to start talking you guys through it. Okay, so first things first is really kind of just start being okay with the idea that, you know, definitely there are other beings out there, but most importantly, the most important thing, if you're going to start really connecting, is understanding that those other beings are you. They are you. They are not other beings, even though I just said that. They are not other beings. They are another version of you, another form of you that is coming into the realm of your subconscious, that is kind of becoming more formed, readily available for you to interact with. And it's really important that you start understanding and engaging in that other being as another aspect of you, okay? It's really, really important. Once you kind of start, once that really clicks with you, and you kind of realize, oh, okay, these aren't aliens. I actually hate that word. I think of them more as my family. So once you start realizing and making that connection and having that penny drop moment that these other beings are not other, and that they are other aspects of you, they are you in another form, because, and you know, that all comes down to the ancient cosmology, that we are all one, you know, etc, etc. We are all from the one mind of the universe, and we are just the universe experiencing itself as separate beings in this kind of grand illusion, which actually, you know, isn't that bad. It's actually an incredibly beautiful thing that was created, this matrix, for us to be able to have an experience, because at the end of the day, you know, that's what it's all about. You know, I connect with my Pleiadian guides most often, in all honesty, and you know, they're just off having their Pleiadian experience, and we're just here having our human experience. And oh, my Lyran self, Delilah, she's, you know, completely beautiful, and you know, she's just in her realm having her experience. So it's really kind of just comes down to your interpretation and what really resonates with you. You know, for some it might resonate with you that they, you know, the Pleiadians are a future version of you, or that, you know, your Lyran self is a past version of you. But another important aspect to remember is that, you know, they are all aspects of you, but also that time is simultaneous. So how we can kind of work that in to this is really about kind of acknowledging that everything is just in the now. And when these beings come into our reality in the now, we are kind of like, almost like going through like a wormhole and meeting in the now. So it's hard to explain, but the concept that time is simultaneous, the concept that there is only now, it's very, very hard to get our heads around, but a really helpful thing to do, and something that I did that really helped me as well, is pretend to understand it. I know that might seem really counterintuitive, but if you pretend to understand these things, then it kind of snowballs into you actually understanding it. And the way that you understand it, what happened to me is that I started getting way more visuals, and I started thinking in images rather than thinking in words, right? So when you think in words, this is kind of my point of view on it, is when you think in words, it's very linear, right? You're like constructing the language and the concepts, and it's a very linear way of thinking. But thinking in images really just kind of like blows out of the water, and it's a very non-linear experience when you're thinking in images, because so much of that concept will make sense to you if you think about it as an image rather than thinking about it as words. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Anyway, I don't want to ramble too much. I wanted to keep this kind of just short and sweet. But yeah, this is my first kind of take on, you know, channeling 101, and talking to you guys about channeling, and, you know, just really getting it out there that we are all capable of doing this. We are all constantly connected to source, and there's so many ways that we can have our own channeling experiences. So many beautiful ways of doing it. I'm going to explain to you my way, and I don't want my way to kind of be like an instruction manual or like a checklist. It's really just me giving you ideas on how you can do this for yourself. You know, just something for you to play with. Remember, it's all a cosmic game, and we're really just here, you know, to have our experience, you know, however we create it. Okay, I love you. Bye.